that the hat on the head means you're lying. I've never heard that, but that's the origin of cap. I'm going to look this up. I'm going to look.
Tendencies to be less open-minded.
Which is crazy because that's literally one of the 3 spiritual principles that we have to follow.
Yeah.
We have to have open. Yeah, we have to be open-minded.
It's offense, though. Don't sound like the president and start inventorying yourselves, but be true to yourself. You don't have.
And when I came back, the place was a mess, so I knew I was missed.
It's beyond my wildest imagination.
It's getting deep in here now.
It's incredible.
We have the rainbow without going through the rain. And I love it.
Me too.
Good.
Yeah. And applying the recovery, I thought about it for a second. All right, I hope y'all are pretty good. Afternoon.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I tried to head him off there, and I was gonna do the introduction. He was so hyped for it, and I hate to take that from him.
I went quiet because I'm not in that.
All right.
I like the energy, Jesse.
For a second.
Definitely.
Y'all just simmer down for a second there.
Simmer down.
Don't get beside yourself now.
Please let me know in the back. We haven't been on here in a while, but let me know if you hear this. Because that's Trav.
That's Monique.
I was going to say, I feel like I got a big back, so I feel like I'm breathing.
No, that's Travis.
I don't have a cold anymore. Can you spit the gum out, please, and try to some semblance of professionalism?
All right, give me something to put it in. Huh? Give me your water bottle. All right,
put it on the top of Monique's tropical smoothie.
Please do not do that.
All right, everybody. We are back here live with the Get in the Herd podcast, McShin Foundation's Get in the Herd podcast. So we're back here live. We want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors, or our one sponsor. Steve is in the process of narrowing down a couple, but we want to shout out the Farley Center. The Farley Center is a treatment center in Williamsburg, Virginia. They take commercial insurance. You can reach them at 804-638-7329. If you give them a call and you let them know that you heard this on our podcast, you might get a free shirt.
A free Farley Center shirt? Does it got Chris Farley on it?
It's got the upside down pineapple.
It's the upside down pineapple? Oh, so it can have the dual meaning, services and services.
So look, give them a call, though. Call Kelly Easton, 804-638-7329. They take commercial insurances. They have a detox, and they're a great placement. They got great reviews.
Doesn't that remind you of that song that was like 867-305?
867-5305. That was a song for the Farley Center.
What's it called when you do like the beginning, like my intro? I'm in the middle of
my
intro.
Well, we're in the middle of a sponsorship too. The Farley Center. They provide great services. Kelly Easton.
We're done now with the Farley Center. Thank you, though, Farley Center. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Y'all rock. We're actually going to tour them. They're setting up a tour. We're going down to the center. Our missions team is going to go over there and check them out. So that's going to be cool, interesting. All right, thank you for sponsoring us. We're looking for some more sponsors. Any bondsmen, any lawyers, anybody with some construction businesses, man. This is heard out in the recovery community. Definitely get your name out there. We will shout you out. We got some sponsorship packages, so just reach out. So before we get into what we got going on today,
you know what it was? You didn't do your tongue exercise beforehand.
I didn't do it now.
And you still got gum in your mouth.
Do, re, mi, fa, fo, A, B, A, B, C, do, re, A, B, C.
Now you're ready.
Okay, all right, I'm good now.
I feel like a choir director.
I was following you, so when you go up like that,
and he was hitting the high notes too. It was amazing.
When do I go low? When it goes low or when it goes high?
Low.
What's that Barry White song?
All of them.
How deep is your love?
All of them.
Practice what you preach. Keep telling me this, telling me that. I said,
that's a total chick song, bro.
What you preach.
Spot on. You
no, that is it.
Just like him.
Damn, that was good, bro.
All right, let me go with some events real quick. Anybody out there listening, or if you're happen to be in prison, jail, and you're listening to this and you get out, next couple of weeks, we got a wonderful events coming up. First, October 25th. Actually, first October 21st. We have what we do here. We call spiritual service. we have this every Sunday. Speaking of Steve, I meant to tell you this. I'm going to tell you this live though. You don't got to come in every weekend.
Sure.
Yeah.
I put that in for you, Steve.
Now there's witnesses.
Let's try to get somebody just trained on the simple, like not have to go live, but just recording.
Okay.
If we can do that, because I don't want you coming in every weekend.
Yeah.
I want to definitely do that. So anyways, back to back to. I don't think he did that.
Got your back, Steve. Yeah, I did. I went off because he came here for one time, and I didn't appreciate it because that's my friend, Engineer
really
Steve.
don't know what the hell you're talking about.
That's my friend.
I know. So we have our spiritual service, and about 3 years ago, we decided to bring on Walter Randall to conduct the spiritual service, and Walt took it, and he kind of just He ran with it, and he formed what's called Breaking the Bondage Ministry. It's his own ministry. It's the main work that they do is really here at McShin, and we're really we're grateful for them. So they do the spiritual service. They conduct it, and they're having their anniversary, their 3-year anniversary. So McShin Foundation will be hosting the Breaking the Bondage's 3-year anniversary, and it is October 21st. That's actually my wedding anniversary too. If y'all didn't know that. Had a surprise wedding. Did I tell you?
Oh, I know. That's the best story, too.
You heard about
Walt set you up.
They sure did.
What? I've never
Walt
heard
and
this.
Kelly. It was a conspiracy.
You weren't here when I got married?
I call it the
No.
conspiracy wedding.
Yeah.
Sounds like.
It was very artful.
Kelly didn't. She was having anxiety trying to plan a wedding, and so she just decided, you know what? I'm just gonna do it one day at spiritual service, and it was the first ever spiritual service for Breaking the Bondage.
Stop.
Turned out to be a wedding.
So Walt was like, "Are you going to come for our first meet?" I was like, "Yeah, of course I'm going to be there." And so Kelly was like, "Yeah, I'm going to get all I'm going to get all the family to come." And I was like, "Wow, it's kind of I didn't really understand Cam and Cadence and Luna coming, but so they came.
Yeah.
And we're all sitting there, and Walt calls me up to the stage, and I'm up there, and I'm talking to Walt, listening to him because he's whispering in my ear, and he's like, this guy is singing. Right, and this guy's over there singing some like wedding song. But
And it didn't dawn on you.
It didn't dawn on me what he's singing, right? And then I see Kelly start walking down in a white dress.
Did you cry?
I did.
Oh.
I did.
Did
I
it?
still didn't know.
It didn't dawn on you then. The white dress,
What
the wedding music.
And then Walt had a whisper. He was like, "You're getting married right now," and I was like, "Oh."
That is crazy.
I was like, I had no idea. And
Talk
then-
about not reading the signs.
That's
You know what I'm
pretty
saying?
cool.
Yeah, Trav. I was not paying it. I was just like, "What's she doing?"
That
had
is
some flowers. What's
crazy.
going on?
That's a good story. Like that's a good kickoff story of the spirit of breaking the bondage.
Yeah. I wonder if he's gonna do that. I'm gonna try to come to that.
Christened it.
But so our event. So we're having a cookout. We're gonna have some speakers there. It is to honor the Breaking the Bondage 3-year anniversary, not my wedding anniversary, but the Breaking the Bondage anniversary.
But hold on. They kind of coincide, don't
about-
they?
Me.
I don't think I could do that.
Do you got an anniversary coming up?
It's
Yeah.
yes, the 3-year
let's listen to
anniversary.
Are you going to go to the cookout for the anniversary?
That's
It's very fitting.
Well, I mean, I gotta check with the wife.
Y'all have only been married 3 years?
That's it.
Jesus.
What does that mean?
That's awesome.
No.
It's like a world record.
It means
For me?
Trying to give you your props.
I tried to explain to Kelly.
look, but he actually got married though, so that's like the threshold.
Yeah.
Wait, have you been married before?
This isn't an odd thing for him.
Oh my god,
We're not in uncharted territory.
You guys want to know how I found
Not a
out my
real-
dad had been married before?
Oh, you didn't know?
I did not
It's like
know.
a secret?
Well,
Like extra family?
I thought it was a secret, but I did the DNA test or whatever. My sister and I did it because we just got a pack, even though we knew that ours would be the same. But we're like, let's just do it, right? And so then it has like you can put in your information and it shows you if you have all these other relatives.
Yeah.
And so I click on my dad's name because he was on my family tree, obviously. And then it
Shocking.
was like his first marriage was to another black woman that was 1 year older than him. I said, okay, he's got a type. All right. And they were married like 2
But no-
years before.
No
and
kids?
No kids. No kids. And so I was like, I thought I was doing something. I was like, sir,
You done lied to me?
what's going on?
Thought you done found out the goods.
And my mom was just like, how did you even find out about that? That wasn't even, he married a
Technology.
flight attendant when he lived in New Orleans.
That's hot.
And
What's hot about that?
Flight
Is it
attendants.
hot?
well,
I don't know.
he
It's
was
like a thing.
he was in
Some people's
college
fantasy.
and like they used to get free trips, so they would go places, and he ended up
Getting
like-
married.
dropping out of college because all he was doing was partying, going on like flights with his flight attendant wife.
Jason flight attendant around.
And
living
then
the dream.
And then like after he like stopped, they just never.
You gotta stay close.
I felt like I'm so loud.
I know it seems loud to us, but out there it's not loud to them.
We want to hear that
out
voice.
in the world out there, who's gonna listen to this?
The ether.
There's probably gonna be somebody laying on their bunk tonight.
Yeah.
I'm trying to change my life, and they're gonna pop on and
They'll be like, marry a flight attendant. You gotta say it like Paris Hilton. That's hot.
Go ahead, Trav. What's what you like to say all the time?
What do you mean?
That's hot.
I am hot.
No, God.
All right, hold on. Let me go back to these events.
Okay.
So we got that 3-year anniversary for breaking the bondage, and then we also October 25th we have what's called
the 22nd.
Oh, I'm sorry. The 20. That's not our event, but we will announce it because we're going to be there. We're going to have a table set up there. It is Pride Fest. Sunday, the 22nd, and what time does that start?
It's from 12 to 8 at the Bon Secours Training Center, and we actually host the Sober Space. So this is the second year of us having a hosted, sponsored Sober Space. It'll be super awesome. We'll have karaoke, vibes, games.
So anybody that's headed out there to Pride Fest, and if you're drinking and you drink a little too much, you can come over there to the Sober Space and have a seat on the sofa that we usually provide there.
Or buy a non-alcoholic beverage.
Oh, we're going to be serving those. Okay.
Yes.
If you don't want to drink, you come over there and buy a non-alcoholic beverage.
Mm-hmm.
Has anybody
How's
at this
the
table
sound
ever?
going, Steve?
Do you sound good?
It's good? Okay. Hold on. Let me get these events out the way so I can just get. Whoa. That's what you did. You did that on purpose.
It was hurting my ears.
So we have that, and then October 25th, we have Wellness Wednesday. That happens. It's a great event that Monique kind of spearheaded this one and got this going monthly. So they come in, they do yoga, some sound healing, Reiki, sound healing. Sometimes they'll do the little shot things. Monique had some people come in and do those
Jello
shots.
shots.
Yeah, those were pretty
they're
cool.
not Jello shots.
No.
They're health shots.
Oh, health shots.
Yeah. So it was real
Did they
cool.
got Jello in them?
Monique knocked that one out the box. I wish we could expand that, like even have it more. We do it once a month.
So we do it once a month because that's what we can afford right now. But we are always looking for more wellness donors and sponsors.
Sponsorships.
They got a sound bowl.
Anybody wants to volunteer their time if they're like health coaches or anything like that. So that's
Or
Wellness
shamans.
Wednesday. The next one is October 25th. And everybody out there, all our groups are open to the public. So you can definitely come to this even if you're not in McShin. You can come check it out. And then on the 25th as well, that evening, we're having a costume and dessert contest. So if you're an alumni and you think you can dress for Halloween, come out there and wear your costume. Maybe you'll get a $100 gift card. Or maybe you can come judge if you want. I'm reaching out to some judges, alumni, and some of our board members. We're doing that costume and dessert contest, and then we have trunk or treat. I mess that up every year. Trunk or treat.
Yeah, because those would be two different events. Totally.
Trunk or treat is at 4 p.m. October 29th. All right, and then I'll do one more announcement, one more meeting. This is a great one. All right, on Thanksgiving Day, we do this. I don't know how long we've been doing it now, but we do what's called a gratitude meeting, and that's going to start at 8:30 right here at McShin. That's supposed to have been changed.
Did you know gratitude was a spiritual principle?
Right here at McShin.
I learned that.
It's changed on the Facebook page.
It's supposed to be changed on this too. But anyways, all right. So we're doing a gratitude meeting. We've been doing this now for 6 years, I think, or 5 years, however long. I've been 6. Yeah. So anyways, gratitude meeting 8:30, and then we're doing something new this year. So typically we do a Thanksgiving kind of meal here, but we're partnering with M3 Church. Big shout out to M3 Church. What's the name of their recovery program? Is it M3 Church or
It's Bridge Recovery?
So we're partnering with both of them. M3 Bridge Recovery. It's ran
Colleen's out there.
And Pastor Runge. Yeah, Colleen.
What do you?
Colleen with one L.
Pastor Runge. Pastor Runge. Pastor Runge. I'm sorry, man. People used to mess my name up growing up.
All the
It used
time.
to drive me crazy.
You mess it up.
I don't really care unless it's my first name.
You don't say it the right way,
right,
according
we'll
to your
this
mother.
way.
All right, we'll
Whatever.
bring that up
As
later.
long as you don't call me Monica.
I could see that actually looking at your name. Hey, Monica.
It says
You look like a Monica now that I'm
MONIQUE.
thinking
There's
about
no
it.
A.
You look like a Monica.
Monique, Monica. Which one would go to Midlothian? Monique or Monica?
Monica definitely would go to me.
But my name is Monique, so that's why it checks out.
My name's Monica. I got eyelashes.
The look. All right, I got. All right, let me go back to this. All right, so we have our gratitude meeting 8:30 Thanksgiving Day, and then we have a dinner. So this is our first year doing it. We're partnering with M3 Church, and what was the name of the recovery program? Bridge Recovery. So they're awesome. They're great group over there. We're partnering, and we're going to do a dinner over there. But McShinn's staff is going to go over there, help cook out, and all our participants are going to come over there and go eat some food. Yep, you're more than welcome to if you want. Actually, you got plans already, so
yeah, I do.
You can't. I think both of y'all might have plans.
I know, but that's after. That's what I did before.
What do we got plans? What are we doing, Monique?
M3 from 12 to 2, then skirted on over to Jesse's and skirted on over back to my parents, which is so selfish of them to want us to eat that much.
Oh, is this on Thanksgiving?
We're talking about Thanksgiving. You don't even know what we're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
I'm overfed already.
We have plans.
So look, everybody, shout out to Steve over there. If you don't know who's behind the engineering piece here, that's Steve over there. We still haven't got our third camera yet. We're working on that. But Steve does all our engineering. And then we got co-host Travis over here.
Hey. I do all the awesome stuff. Like he does the engineering. I do the awesome stuff.
And then we got another co-host, special co-host today is Monique.
So she'd be a co-host.
Okay.
Two co-hosts.
That's like, you said gang, like with the rock and roll symbol.
I know.
Gang.
What gang is this? Like the Motley Crue?
I love you.
Is that what it is?
I love you.
I thought you were going like, like when they do like this.
Yeah.
And I thought you were going gang. I was like, what?
I should do that,
All right. So look, we don't got nothing planned today, but I do want to throw a topic out there. So I want to talk about. I want to get some feedback from y'all two here, and Steve. Conflict resolution. Like, how do we resolve conflict amongst each other? Whether it's on the workplace, whether it's at home, whether it's with your significant other. How do we do that? What's some methods to resolve conflict? Because what I've realized is no matter what in life, no matter how how loving, how caring you are, or how much humility you might apply, or how much, I don't know all the words I'm looking for.
Someone's going to try you. It's basically what you're saying.
Exactly. Like, no matter what you do, conflict is going to come your way. You can try your hardest to avoid it, but it's always going to be there. So what are some conflict resolution tips? What do y'all have on that? Like, how do...
Well...
You got something?
Y'all both, I like this. They get their
ladies first, right?
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I feel like... Travis, I've met you, known you now, 6-9 months or something. Okay, so Jesse, you've seen a little bit more progress of my conflict resolution skills, because before getting into recovery, I still was getting in fights. That first 6 months in recovery, and not here.
You getting fist fights?
And fist fights, but at least not here. Not here, because I'm smart. I'm not getting kicked out. So, but I still didn't really know how to best resolve issues. And then I got to the point where I was like, okay, I can not throw hands, but I'm probably aiming to make you cry, or at least get
so then you use the words.
Yeah, at least because it's what I'm saying is true, but I don't have to say it like that, But it's just the point of now you see how you got me messed up. If I could take a white chair and, you know what I'm saying? But it's now I try to respond instead of react, because if I just let my emotions take over, even if I'm not physically reacting, right, and I'm being so mean with my words and I'm cutting that person down, really, how much less damage is that, especially when people, we're all in recovery, but you don't know what point anyone is at any given time of the day. Someone could have 10 years and you just catch them on the bad day. They're having a terrible time. They're feeling down about themselves. And then because they made me mad because they ate my Baconator, I'm gonna...
I was there for that.
I'm gonna...
Oh, somebody ate your Baconator?
Yeah, they did, and she had bought her
two. I remember that.
Anyways,
she's still hot about that Baconator.
It could be little things. But it's but there's no reason for me to try to make you feel worse about yourself. already, right?
Was that from Wendy's, the Baconator?
Yeah, and it wasn't even good.
I used to eat those back when I ate meat.
I can't even. I don't even like burgers.
You just got one and
I just wanted it.
This is a conflict. And a resolution.
I saw it. And so now it's like, now if I feel myself get hot, like sometimes I'll feel myself get hot here. And I'll just be like, okay, let me go outside for like a good 15, 20 minutes because I don't want my mouth to get me in trouble. Even if it's like, I won't get reprimanded from it, but is it worth ruining this co-working relationship over, you know? And then it's just like, once I calm down, and then I tell a lot of like my coachees that have anger issues, I get them like little journals, like these little tiny ones that can fit in their purses. And I'm like, anytime that you feel like you want to cuss somebody out,
write it down?
Write everything down exactly as if you're saying it, right?
It's like an angry journal.
Right. And then once you're completely done with it, once you get everything out, give yourself about 5 minutes and go back into that journal and read it out loud to yourself. And then once you read a lot of that, you're like, I don't even have to say all that.
It seems like a lot of work.
You know something that I heard a couple, I think I've read it somewhere. I might have heard a couple talk show people talk about this, that some of the most famous and richest people keep journals. Like, it's how important it is to keep a journal.
Because if you give yourself just a bit of extra time and like physical effort before you make an action, you're a lot more likely to make a better decision.
I like that. Know? I like the respond and not react. Right? You know, listen to respond and not react. That's good. Trav, what do you got? What are you doing over there, man?
I'm texting.
All right, texting right now?
Yeah, and I'm thinking. I'm thinking outside the box too at the same time.
He's trying to look up stuff to be better.
No, it was a text from a viewer. So listen. All right, so we're talking about conflict resolution, and we're having a conflict right now. And look how I just pulled the strings to put it back in my court. And look at him. Yeah, look at y'all. Y'all are just looking at me with intent, excitement about what I'm about to say. So,
so a lot of setup. Yeah, that was definitely a lot of setup. I hope you just drop the mic now because there's a lot of pressure right now. I do want to.
Make
sure you say something that's.
But the only way I can do this is through experience, because I could make up something right now and it would sound good and it would have all the thrills and frills and all that. And I like what Monique said about like all the journaling and stuff like that. But when you're in the actual moment, are you like if we're talking about an outward conflict, like an argument?
Can you look at us when you talk though? It just makes me feel. I feel like I don't know what's going on. Like when you're talking, I'm like trying to have a conversation and you're looking at the. Why are you looking there? I don't understand. Like,
it's like he's
viewers,
giving himself like
both of us are
listen. I want the viewers to really pay attention right now because what I just did was a form of conflict resolution.
He's giving himself.
I didn't respond.
Look in the camera.
Sometimes you don't respond. Sometimes you let that soak in and waft over you before you make a response. So that's how that works in real time right there. For example.
And sometimes you just...
And the reason why I wasn't looking at them to see how long it would take before they would look at them so I could start a conflict, so I could show y'all conflict resolution. And that's exactly how you do it. And that's how you do it in real time. That's how you do it in real time. But another thing is like I found that you kind of got to, like it depends on the conflict because the nature of a conflict could have a lot to do with this because conflicts come in all shapes and sizes. And then there's an internal conflict also. And how do you resolve those sometimes? And sometimes that's just really taking a breath, taking a ride and taking some self-reflection time. Now, if you have like a small conflict where you're trying to get something done, now let's see if y'all are on the same track with me here. So like you might have to, verbally massage somebody's ego. Now, is this manipulation or is this conflict resolution? And is manipulation always a bad word? And what is the good word for manipulation? Would it be persuasion? And so, like, if you're really like, instead of coming aggressively, which I found is not really usually the right response. And usually when that happens, you're really off course. So can you take a moment to say, like, what can I say? What can I do to persuade this person? And what do they respond to? Now, this is sometimes like knowing the person and being able to read people. So, like, I found that reading people or having that skill right there is a good natural conflict resolver. And what can you do? Like, I don't want to say manipulation, but maybe like soften them up a little bit. Like, so instead of coming aggressively, come at in a more like, I don't want to say understanding, because at the same time you're trying to get done what you want to get done, but come from a more understanding point of view. Look, I know it works because I just had it happen. So like instead of like just coming in like whiny and aggressive, let me see, how can I meet this person on a level playing field? Okay, maybe sometimes it's just stopping. Like, the person might be angry about something totally different, so maybe sometimes like a good conflict resolution tactic is to listen to somebody out and like maybe like come from a friendship standpoint instead of just coming aggressively all the time. And I found like well, I mean, this is a saying from like all the grandmas know it. You get more flies with honey. So just really try to soften your attitude, because sometimes your attitude is coming from like a egotistical point of view. Like, I want to be the man in the room.
I have a
so like
question.
nobody's gonna stand down.
So when you're saying don't come off aggressively, right? Because I feel like that word, like, I have an idea of what aggressive means to me, right? And then like some people might do the same exact thing that another person is doing, but one person is seen as aggressive. So like, what would you say is your definition of aggressiveness within confrontation or conflict?
Or just straight up cussing somebody out and telling them to F off. That's usually mine. Or not listening. Now listen, I can be aggressive by talking over somebody. So it don't have to be physical aggression we're talking about. It can just be like, I'm the person in the room. I don't want to hear nobody else's point of view. It's like, so like, it's all about like, what are you trying to get out of the conflict, or what the conflict's about? Like, so like if we're saying it's something I want, or it's something I'm being denied, so like, this is great right here. How about trying to see all points of view? This is like, how about this? Like, empathy comes into this. Maybe I need to like try to put myself in the other person's shoes.
But you're saying in the moment, right?
Oh, in the moment, it's very hard.
Moment.
Yeah, and now it's very hard. But now, the definition of conflict comes in all shapes and sizes now. So we can cover the board with it, So like, if you're saying like, if like what kind of conflict are you talking about right now? Like, if somebody makes you mad, or is it a disagreement, or is it you're after something and they're denying you and you got to go sideways about it? So really defining a conflict in your mind would be helpful for me to know what you're.
So in my mind, right, like, we're trying to talk to the people. I mean, and it can also be peers, right? It could be other people that are working in the field. But I'm talking about more of like, on a friendship basis, from someone that has 6 months or less of sustained recovery, that emotions are way more at a peak than they are maybe when they're a little bit more leveled out, and they get mad because it's like, you told me that you would drive me to my probation appointment, and now you're saying that you can't drive me because you found a new boo to go hang out with. Because this is like real life stuff that happens, right? And like,
I haven't.
No, and like recovery housing, right? It's like, it's always petty things. It's always petty things in the beginning. It's like, well, you told me that you would give me a ride, and now you're saying that I have to find a ride because now you're hanging out with a boy. Okay, how do you...
This sounds like somebody's internal conflict that they'd have to deal with, because sometimes, like, some people just got to hear, like, I can't do it, and no. And if you can't respect that, then that's your issue, not mine.
But
we'll have to visit this later.
Most people, even the one that would be like the driver, right? It's not good at just setting boundaries like that in that tone, I would say.
Well,
because I hear maybe with men it's different, but like hearing just like the pettiness that goes on within like women stuff, I'm like,
well, then that would just bring us right back to empathy then. Just understanding where somebody's at.
Yeah.
And not everybody's at the same place. So, like, you just described empathy totally to me. You would just have to see it, like, and you're already aware that their emotions are all jacked up, they're fresh or whatever, right? So you're coming from a position of the high ground right there off the top. So just recognizing that. Now, not saying it won't aggravate you.
I'm not saying me. I'm saying how someone else can deal with that type of conflict. That's not one of us. That's not me, because we work in the field, or not us that work in the field and we deal with it all the time. Right, but like,
you're confusing me now.
Yeah, let me just take some snack confusion.
No, I'll just play.
Look, if anybody out there strolls across this on Facebook or our YouTube channel, please take a moment to like, share, and comment. Shoot all the comments you can on here. You know, we see you, Dolph. We see you, Denisha. Thank you. Yeah, Cricket. I need to get you on here, Cricket. Grant, you definitely need to stop that because that's not true. I want to dissect something Travis was saying. Please, if you come across this on YouTube, we're not asking for any monetary donations, but we are asking you just to subscribe to the podcast. Everybody out there that's listening, share this and subscribe to our podcast. When I say podcast, I mean subscribe to YouTube. So go to YouTube, hit that subscribe button, like and share this. So anybody listening, take a moment to do that for us now. Subscribe, like, and share, please. Thank you. It definitely helps. Get this information out there. So
Travis knows his stuff. What stuff?
I know. So, what are you doing?
Monique texted me.
Why are y'all texting each other right now? We're in the middle of a podcast.
My stomach hurts.
I want you to know that what's happening.
Who cares if your stomach's growling?
It's the other way around, not growling.
Those are tough ones.
Yeah, I'm looking at this.
Do you sit or do you go?
How much longer it's gonna go? Well, I mean,
hold on, Monique.
We ain't got much longer.
Monique, hold your breath. Jesse, dissect what you want to dissect. I want to hear what you have to say because usually
you need to take a break. You need to go.
I don't think break's the right word for it.
That's an internal conflict she's having right now.
How do you deal with this internal conflict, Monique? And I'll tell you why you have it because you went to tropical smoothie by yourself. Should have went white chocolate.
Shouldn't have texted him anything, but you should have.
I'm about to cry.
You just left it alone. Look, so talking about conflict resolution. So I don't necessarily think that the conflict is that big of a deal, right? Because Travis, you keep talking about the conflict. Like it depends on what conflict it is. So I'm talking about like what are the tools that we use to resolve conflict. It don't matter how small, how big it is.
Yeah.
But what tools do we use? And I thought you were getting ready to like use your, because you were like, man, I think it's important that I share my own experience. And you didn't share your own experience at all. You didn't say anything that happened. Like
I didn't want to. I didn't want to put. You know, like names and dates have been changed for the purposes of anonymity.
But
you know what I'm saying?
Anonymity.
Yeah. You don't. I get it, but I do want to say that you brought up something that I think is very important. And it can happen in conflict resolution. It can happen when you are just trying to resolve problems, right? You know, and you said manipulate. Manipulate doesn't have to be
persuasion,
right? You know, the word that you said, the phrase that grandmas use, give the bee some honey or whatever.
Get more flies with honey.
Yeah. So I think you know, I remember sharing this with my sister, right? She was going through something, you know, and I was like, man, you I don't want to go too deep with this, right?
Oh, you got that problem too.
I don't want to get too personal.
Now it gets tricky, right?
Well, I just didn't want to get too personal with it, but it was
metaphors.
Because we be telling people's business.
Yeah, it was. But
right on Front Street.
Saying is, you know, because she had a conflict with her husband, and and I'm like, you know, honey, bee kind of thing, and what
flies.
I'm saying, well,
whatever. Just keep going.
No, I'm just, you know, when you think about bees and honey and wife and husband, right? I was saying you have the.
Hang in there.
You need to go.
Hold on for one more day.
Just go.
Not right now. I mean, leave the room before you do it.
What you doing?
I've never seen tears actually come to somebody's eyes. Hey, point that thing somewhere else.
That's how my wife is. One thing about
she actually had tears in her eyes.
She had to go.
I was seeing how long we could get her to sit there.
Internal conflict. So
that's definitely internal conflict.
Yeah.
I'm glad it wasn't external.
Yes, right. That'd have been a mess. Been a big mess.
This carpet would look worse.
Been a lot of honey, a lot of bees.
A lot of flies. All right. But I like what you said though. It's not manipulation. You know, sometimes you have to let people know that they're important, and then that'll help you to get something you might need. I understand that. That definitely.
Would you say that's like healthy persuasion?
Persuasion healthy. I mean,
or how about this? Having a softer approach.
Well, the softer approach, I think, can, that comes, which Travis, you don't have a soft approach.
Sometimes I do.
Those headphones are about to start. Her headphones. They're getting into the microphone.
Damn it.
You don't really have a soft approach.
Well, you're not around me all the time. I mean, me and you, so I never recognize anything that's going on between me and you as a conflict. It's just like,
just like yeah.
Yeah, it's just jousting with.
I watch you with other people though.
Yeah. Well, you don't always see everything. You know what I mean? Like today, a lot of conflict resolution was going on. But of course, I had, agendas. But then again, like that would be kind of false to say too, because what the hell is going on? Whatever it is, I like it. It feels like I'm in.
Just turn down the headphones.
It feels like I'm in like Pink Floyd.
That's mine.
Oh yeah, good. We'll turn this down.
You were part of the engineering.
Yo, I am.
You know what you're doing?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
Everything
I'm engineering right now. Don't touch mine.
Back.
Yeah, this is a train wreck. Hang in there, 3 viewers. Give us one more like and we'll get on track. Or a love. I love the loves. I'm all about the love.
We're getting ready to get off here. We were talking about conflict resolution, but we're going to get off.
I just want to point this out before we go. You absolutely were you supposed to dissect something and you never spit the damn gum out? Talk about my breathing, but like I like when you dissect stuff, but you talk about it a lot because you're like, I'm going to dissect the big book, and then like usually like you're
I do dissect, and I dissected what you said, right? I agree. I think that's a great approach, man. Sometimes you got to give somebody something to get something. Right?
That's right. Healthy manipulation or persuasion, as we call it.
I don't call it manipulation. It could be persuasion. That is something how you can handle conflict. But that wasn't really where I was going when I wanted to hear about, how.
Well, drop a jewel on us before you go, just like a knowledgeable jewel.
I think one thing that stood out to what we talked about is sometimes you have to listen. Right, one of the biggest ways to handle conflict is just listen. Right, we are so quick to speak. We're so quick. You hear us, all three of us here, like we're just all talking, and we're chopping up. We're having a good time, but sometimes we're talking over each other. Right, we just want to be heard. Right, and so that's what happens in conflict a lot of times. Like I want to be heard, and I don't take the time to listen. So if you want a tool for conflict, just take some time to listen. Try to listen through that conflict. And then steps can be taken, whether it's giving some honey to the bee, whether it's walking away, taking a break. One thing that I've learned is just trying to practice listening. I'm not always good at it, right? Because sometimes I'm distracted and I'm trying to do 20 things, right? And then that causes even more conflict. But that's the best thing that I'm hearing, right? Just take some time to listen, y'all. But so we're gonna end with that. Steve, you have any parting things?
Give us a parting thing.
Listening, that's the number one peer support tool I've used so far that actually works.
Listen.
Yeah. That's right. Steve's getting ready to take the not really our podcast. We call it our Hope Shot. He's getting ready to take it on mobile over to the jail, so he's got to get ready to set up. So that's part of the reason why we got to head out of here. 5:15. Tune in later. It's on our Facebook page. It's on Getting Heard's page and McShin's Facebook page. It's going to. You know who's speaking tonight?
Yeah, it's going to be Rich and Glenn.
Rich and Glenn.
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
What happened to the guy? Our guy.
He bailed on us.
He bailed on us, so we don't get the inside knowledge on how to.
We got a gift card for a tropical smoothie.
I'm definitely not subscribing to that guy's stuff. Gift card to tropical smoothie.
That's probably what happened.
Oh yeah, I need that.
So tune in, check it out, and again, please like, share the podcast. We just wanted to get on it because again, we haven't been coming on here on a regular. We'll be back Thursday. We're gonna have some special guests coming up. What we need out there to anybody listening, any viewers. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, right? If you already are a subscriber, get some people to subscribe, and also please like and share this. Comment. We need the comments. We need to know what you like, what you don't like. Any ideas, shoot them over here to Steve and Travis. And if you're interested in podcasting, give them a call as well. Sponsoring the podcast, give Steve a call, not necessarily Travis, but give Steve a call.
Or give me a call. I'll talk to you.
If you're interested in doing that, give Travis a call too.
Give me a call anyway, even if you're not interested. I like to talk.
Yeah. He definitely does like to talk. All right, everybody, we're out.
Peace. Why